Hey, so I am actually about to walk you through what we say is a brand new construction $2 million home that's available for you in Odessa, Florida. So if you ever were curious about what you could get, especially new build, but more custom, where it's not cookie cutter, this is definitely the place to be and check it out. So let's enjoy this video walkthrough tour I got for you. All right, so we have this massive front, just grand entrance. It is about 14 feet tall. And right off, we do have a glass enclosed study or office, as you can see it being used here. Now, this is the actual tallest ceilings in the entire house, being at 16 feet with the beams just going across it. All right, let's see. You can see. Now, again, it is a custom build home. So if this is too open for you, maybe too distracting, if you're realizing you're trying to sit here and work and people are out there doing things or making faces at you, and you can always, of course, have this completely enclosed like a traditional room. So you'd have your walls, you can have custom cabinetry built in as well. Personally, I think it's actually a lot of fun to have this kind of thing, but I could totally see it being distracting because I know my family and what they would be doing on the other side if they saw me on a serious business call. Now we are going to go into the master bedroom. Actually, right before we do that, really quickly. So with the main living area, I know I was talking about ceiling heights. This is the standard heights for this build out. They start at just under 12 feet. And then with the tray vaulted ceilings, it actually goes up to just under 14. It's like 13 and it was 13.6, I believe. Okay, now we'll go. And don't worry, we will be taking an extensive look back there. That's going to be a lot of fun later. Now, saying this is a primary bedroom or a master bedroom would be doing it a disjustice. First off, we have doors that are glass inserts, standard 11 feet. Wait, no, doors. However, the bedroom itself is truly what you call a master retreat. So, first thing we have over here is a traditional linen closet. We have the bathroom. There is a pocket door here as well. It's glass. Easy in and out. Now, those are blinds that you would just roll down. So you have the privacy screen. Of course, you can add in whatever kind of blinds you want. Freestanding tub. Now, it does have this little step up. Now, I think what's really nice about it, not only do we have this great soaking tub, but right on the side, they put in this built in shelf. Let's talk about convenience for you. When you have any kind of first off decor, but being able to put your towel here, being able to put your like bath salts, a bath bombs, a candle, anything you want to actually be able to enjoy your tub while it is a freestanding tub and not look too clunky is really well thought out. Now let's take a look at the actual vanity. They do have the his and hers. And really quickly, I just want to point up there, we do have accent lights too. So there is a wall of switches right over there. And that really lets you customize exactly how bright, what kind of ambient lighting you want in here too. Ambient lighting, geez. So the cabinets, here's like your classic, it's a lot thinner for lighter items, but it does have the soft close option. It's installed. There you go. Under cabinets, let's just take a look. Okay. Moen for the faucets and cooler for your actual sinks. And then again, you do have the ability to customize. This is one of those items when it becomes custom. People love the idea of being able to customize their own home. However, you have to be careful because it's also decision fatigue. You can exactly tell where you want all these outlets, exactly how big a mirror you want, what kind of finishes do you want. So definitely take your time, be prepared. We have a shower that is big enough for two with the frameless glass. So vent exhaust. We have the 2 different shower heads, so you can have everything at the same time. Love the natural light. Now here's what's really cool. I love this for the water closet. First off, we still have a ton of light in here, but you do not feel like you're just closed in. Like, look, just being in here. See? You don't feel like you're in a tiny little room or closed off, any kind of claustrophobia. It's just well lit. I have to say, they did a fantastic job with the amount of natural light in here. And again, it's easy to have these open and closed, which is, there you go. Push of the button. So that's what I wanted to show you right there. And then, so you have your motorized, and it did both. All right, now we get into the bedroom for the closets. It is a his and hers. Any wild guess on which closet's whose? Oh, and then the flooring that you've been seeing throughout the main living areas and the bedroom here is actually a tile that is designed to look like wood. Like, look at that. It's really nice. It actually feels very good. Soft textured. And then his closet. Now this one, they decided to put in these storage organizing shelves. You do have the option, again, to design however you want. So if you wanted something that has more drawers, you wanted actual more rods instead to actually hang things on. If in this room, let's go back here. So in the center of this room, if you wanted to have more of a dresser cabinet setup, you could actually do that right there instead of next to the wall. So you could have the fully framed wall with all the cabinets, and hanging shelves. And then in the center is where you could have a giant cabinet with the dresser drawers, maybe your jewelry sets, things like that. Oh, yeah. This one actually has the same thing. I'll show you real quick. There you go. So something that's really unique too with this home builder, these doors, even for like the side doors, any of the interior doors, they're solid core doors. Usually with new builds, they hollow those out. It's just one of the ways that they try to help cut the expenses when they're making homes. Look at that ceiling. All right. Now, finally, the retreat. We do have the same thing. I'm going to actually walk over here, show you. Up there, we have ambient lighting as well throughout the home. And we do have built-in surround sound speakers, or just speakers so you can have music going. In this particular unit, there is this shelf that is right behind your bed. Of course, if you don't want that, you don't need to get it. And then the extra large doors heading over where you can have your beautiful view of your pool area. Now, if you don't want this to be a window and like a sitting area, you could actually have this where it's customized and this is doors instead. So you could just walk out there directly. It really just depends. There is plenty of space, I would say, between here. This is a king size bed over here, the dresser, and then over here where you could still have a sitting area and be able to put doors over there and utilize it as just a walk-through space. All right, on to the other side of the house. All right, let's go to the main living areas now. Again, light fixtures, you can have as many as you want, wherever you want. Now we do have the open concept layout where you can see your dining room, your kitchen, and your living room all in one space. What really makes this particular unit and this builder unique with how they do things is the design actually of these doors that go out into your patio area and lanai. Right here, both this side door that goes and completely opens, which is a quad one. So there's 4 different panels that completely line up over there. So it's completely open that way. And on this side, it is a 2 panel. Let's get a good look there for you. Right here, they actually join in, but on beautiful days, you can completely open this all the way up. And now you completely created an indoor outdoor living space. So if you love entertaining, if you love, on the rare days that we have in Florida where the weather is actually gorgeous outside and you want to be able to enjoy that, this is phenomenal. It is a nice treat to have. You might as well take advantage of it. We will be going into the backyard in a little more detail in a minute. For now, let's stay inside. Now the dining room, this is a great size table. It fits 8 comfortably. And again, we do have another set of sliders, a triple slider, so you can push it either way. And then we have the outdoor eating area with an outdoor kitchen that we'll be going at in just a moment. Now let's talk about the kitchen itself. The kitchen was actually designed to be different areas. So we have, the communal space where people can come, sit, talk, eat, enjoy the prep work, and actually your cook work. Now the stove and your ovens, let me go over there actually, so I can check it out. The ovens are designed as the built-in wall unit. So you do have the 2 stack right there. You do also have your built-in microwave drawer. Now the ones in this particular unit that I'm showing you are the GE Monogram series. However, if you wanted something else, of course, that is an option. With the drawers, just give you an idea how soft close they are. If you wanted to have more drawers versus cabinets, that is something that you can do. So under the stove and gas, if you want an electric or a convection, anything like that, what do I call that one? No, it's convection. Yeah. With these stovetops, if you don't want gas, you can actually have an electric as well. So it has like little lights and the dials turn on. Let's see. There you go. It's actually a nice little feature, so you can actually have them lit up. And then we do have an actual exhaust, Zephyr brand. It's really nice because it actually is those thicker grates, so you can have really industrial strength. And see, this doesn't open because you will have it where it vents out. There you go. So it's not just recycling the air in the home. It actually does have an extensive ventilation to the exterior of the home. So in this one, we have the combo of cabinets plus drawers. But if you're more of a drawer person, you can get more drawers. If you're more of a cabinet person, you have that as well. So here is your main prepping. You have your cleaning. The dishwasher is on this side. Of course, if you wanted to flip it over to the other side, that is definitely something you can do. Check this out. I just think that's so cute that it actually sings. First time I saw it. But hey, you can really see very well how clean your dishes are because it actually has lights too. Now, next to the fridge, we do have this area which they designed to be a bar area. And again, we have the high ceiling, so we have the 3 shelves plus the beverage cooler. You could always change this to whatever you want in terms of that, but this right here is really where we want to go because this is the prep kitchen. It's hidden away. Let me back out again. So we have, again, the main kitchen, then there, and that's where the front door is. Let's take a look right here. Now they designed it with the wooden slats. You could have this where, it's solid right now, but you could actually choose if you don't want this to be wood or if you want it to be more of like pull out ability, there are those options available as well. The high ceilings, easily accessible. We do have like this, they set up to be like the coffee area, which you could absolutely do. And then your second fridge, great area also for prepping for parties, or if anything that like you are making a mess with, you want to be able to tuck it away before people come over, this is the place to do it. And if you notice, we actually have different colors in here versus what we saw out there. That is, by design from a choice perspective, just to let you know, as a custom, they really do mean it is truly custom. So if you want the 2 different colors, you absolutely would get 2 different colors. You want it completely all uniform, you can get completely all uniform as well. All right. So I took you through the master bedroom, or I should say the master retreat, because it really is an oasis back there. Now we're going to go over to the guest rooms. Here we go. Here, this could be another, like right now, picture this as a storage unit for your cleaning supplies. So picture your vacuum, the ceilings are super high. Same thing, it's 11 feet, but vacuum, brooms, mops, things like that. This would be that utility closet for everything. And of course, you still have plenty of room. Like I'm 5'6", so right where I am is like here, and you still have all that space to go up with some shelves, things like that, or for anything else you wanted easy access to. Now, that door right there goes directly to the garage. That door right there is like a pantry sort of situation. So it just really depends. And that's kind of like more of a mudroom. We'll check that out in a second. But first, let's go to the bedrooms. So these are bedrooms 2 and 3 of the home. Both of them have their own private ensuite. Now here, you see it does go to carpet. It is more of a higher end carpet, and it's just personal choice. So if you're not one for carpet, you absolutely do not have to get carpet. Now, I believe I might have to double check this, but this is where the ceilings are a little shorter because I believe in these rooms it's only 9 feet versus where it was taller. And we have the closets. This is a walk-in, as you can see. Again, slats, which I don't think is a bad idea. But again, your choice. So you can actually have built-in cabinets, drawers. And let's take a look at the bathroom. All right, so the shower itself is a different tile. You notice it does have a little bit of a coloring difference. It is a step-in shower, so there's about, I'd say 2 to 3 inches worth of space. So that way, if it goes in there, anything happens, you're not worried about it completely splashing out and coming through here. In this area, we do have a different color for the vanity and how they did the lighting and the mirror in here. Solid. All right, to the next bedroom. It's almost a carbon copy. I feel like the bedroom itself is the exact same as far as layout goes. They did choose a different coloring process and decorations for the bathroom, just to give it a little pizzazz. See, they went much lighter. The way it's framed, the bathroom tile, again, same thing as far as like it being about 2 to 3 inches deeper. Also, something to make note of, actually I almost forgot on the last one, the little shower shelf that you see here, again, this is a custom project. So if you wanted one there, if you wanted one here instead, or on this back wall, that is something that you do have the ability to choose. Same thing with the shower head. You can have this ability here, or if you wanted more of a rainfall shower head, or in the master bedroom, if you wanted that kind of setup, you could totally do that. Steam showers, that's definitely an option as well. Kohler. The finishes are all quartz throughout the home from what I've seen so far. Let's take a look through. See, this one isn't as much of a walk-in. I mean, technically, yes, I could absolutely walk into this closet. Like it's a 2 feet. So here's the entrance. I could walk in. I will say though, everything is very easily accessible. So I could put a lot of things in here, no problem. So it's bedrooms 2 and 3. Now we're going to take you over to the final bedroom. Or no, actually, let's go over, since we're already here, to the laundry room, mudroom setup. So like I said, this was a second pantry. There you go. So picture all your canned goods, any kind of baking supplies. Oh, you know what I'd actually put here? My bread machine. Things that I want to have easily accessible, but at the same time, I don't want it actually in my kitchen because I don't want it taking up space over there. That's the kind of stuff I would have here. Those one-off appliances, like I have a panini press. That would be great for here because that's not something I'm using all the time. Oh, a waffle maker. See? Wow, I actually have a lot of appliances I don't use all the time, but I do love using them. Well, we'll figure that out. Now in this one, they have like this little rack set up for the mudroom so people can take off their, kids, adults, things like that, could just jump, throw everything down, and then go into the house where it's all nice and tidy. I would prefer that. I'm definitely one of those people that would not want to have shoes and everything. I want everyone to take off their shoes and everything and go barefoot the rest of the way in, just keep it cleaner that way. Now here is the laundry room. So again, you can have whatever appliances. Again, they just did GE. And as far as the cabinetry, this is your choice. They actually did not put a backsplash in this one. It's just, regular drywall. You do have a lot of that natural light, and then they do have the tiny recess lights in here. There's actually a lot of natural light in here because it's just all the windows that they did. Now, we do have another storage closet. So with this one, as you can see, this is also where like the major security internet access points would be. So you can hook up and get like your ultra Wi-Fi bands and whatever the latest and greatest is right now. But picture going to Costco, Sam's Club, and then being able to dump all that stuff, like the mega supply of toilet paper and paper towels, things like that. You can have that all in here. Take a quick look at the garage.
Garage door open.
Yes. All right. So the garage is massive. It is a standard 3-car. Well, I shouldn't say standard. There's nothing standard about this. It is the size enough for 3 cars. However, what it makes it really unique is that the length and the depth that you have to your garage, this is much, much larger than you'll see in traditional or newer home builds nowadays. So for instance, we have a Toyota Tundra. We can easily come park that in here and still have plenty of room between the garage door and the wall to have tons of storage shelves, workbenches, places just to put our Christmas decorations, really, and Halloween decorations. I have a lot of Halloween decorations, but that would be all the things that you would see out here. And it does come with 2 electrical panels because of just the size of the house and the amount of different, they give you additional breakers as well. So as your needs grow or as whatever happens, you don't have to worry about getting another panel anytime soon. Now, another quick note, this is about a 6-inch step to get back in the house. So just make a little mental note. But it is nice so that any of the dirt or debris that's in the garage doesn't automatically just come right into the house itself. Now we're taking a look this way. Remember, there was the 2 bedrooms there. So if you're walking in from work, if you're usually coming through your garage, you put your stuff down here. Oh, you know what I realized? I would probably realistically have a table that's a little higher that I could hang my purse, put my purse onto. And then you have the 2 rooms here. Then you walk into your actual kitchen. With the backsplash, by the way, they did do a solid backsplash that completely matches. So it's almost like a second countertop in your kitchen here. And then they did do the under counter light system, under cabinet lights. And they do have some above it. Of course, the dining room area. Take a quick look so you can scan how that looks. All right. Now for the last bedroom, we are going to go over here. This one is a bigger size. And well, you can tell just from the bed too. Compared to the other 2, this is made to be a guest retreat. So this is the communal, common public bathroom for the house. So if you have guests and people over and everything, this would probably be the bathroom they use. And this kind of this area actually, basically from right there, you can imagine closing this off and this becomes like your private guest quarters. So we do have that we'll talk about in just a minute. But then you have your bathroom. We do have another linen closet, so you can have all their toiletries and anything that they need on this side. We have the closet itself with another nice walk-in. And then from the from the bedroom, you can actually access the bathroom directly. There you go. And again, a little different. So it's a uniform because the colors are very neutral. They go together very well. However, they're not clashing. And look at how they designed this cabinet. So they did the open concept for the actual cabinet, for the under sink. And then the frame they did, well, actually, they just left it frameless. And even the lighting that they did differently. You can see that there. And not only could this be a great guest suite, but this could also be like an in-laws quarter, anything like that, because you could, like I said, you can really have that all closed off, and then somebody could be over here just living their best life. Now, I just closed the door. It is like the barn door style. So it is on a sliding rail. If you don't want that, you want a more traditional door, or you want a pocket door, just say the word, they'll do it. Now, here is this room. They designed it in this particular model to be a cigar lounge, whiskey tasting kind of night, like a boys' game room, something like that. So that's why you see with this wet bar. This is another beverage cooler. Oh, no, excuse me, ice maker. I think it has to be lined up a little bit. Oh, yeah, there's the beverage cooler. Sorry. Looking through all these things. Oh, little tic-tac-toe game. But we do have the beverage cooler, the ice maker. We do have a wet bar. And then if you notice, these particular cabinets, we have an entirely different uh, finishes with the hardware compared to some of the other ones. So it's a really good mix how they did that across the board. We do have a storage cabinet. So if you are into game nights, D&D or anything like that, imagine being able to put your stuff in here. And then they also have, like, see, they have 2 outlets in here. So the way this is set up, just looking at it, I can imagine this being where you put any of your AV equipment, things like that, to run the rest of the house. Here you go. You don't have to have a light here and that ceiling fan there. If this is going to be a movie theater room, you could just go and have it set up, that design that way. This could be a home gym. This could be a kids play area, really whatever you want. Or you can leave it set up like this and then just enjoy it the way it is. I'm gonna walk over to this side and give you a layout from this direction. All right, now the piece I'm sure you're excited to see, the one that really makes it, the backyard. So as we get into there, I do want to point out that the step and ledge between the 2 doors, not just that one, but right here, there is actually like a 1-inch little gap there. So you do have to step over that. I personally think that's fantastic because now you don't have to worry about just random dirt and debris just kind of getting blown into the house. There is like a little bit of protection there. Now, what you see here, the builder is one of the few builders in the state that will actually design and help have the pool built at the same time that they are building and doing the construction on the house. So you can actually move into your property and all this be done versus you buying the house and then having to go through the process of getting through this. So it is really nice that they do that. You do have the selection with your flooring, exactly how you want your tiles, what kind of finishes you want, the water features, if you wanted it to have an overflow spa, if you want the spa to be a little different or separated out. And it does have a little wet shelf over there too that will go in just a minute. Before we do that, I wanted to show you and highlight that I am under cover right now, and it is a good amount of coverage. We do have, again, an 8-person table out here. And with that, I'm going to walk to the side over here. So that way you can see, okay, I'm basically right at the edge where I would potentially be getting rained on. And look how far away that is from me. So plenty of space. And I'll do it the same with this edge over here. I'm right at the edge of where I would get rained on. So there, just to give you an idea of what that looks like. They do have an outdoor grill and kitchen area. So here we have a beverage station. Enjoy your coolers. What's nice about this grill, other than it being brand new and nice, and I'm kind of hungry right now, and that there is a prep wash sink out here, is that you do have an industrial strength exhaust vent. So you don't have to worry about the smoke just kind of coming in, filling in. And that's also the reason why you see that column right there, because that is to help channel all of that smoke away and not all of a sudden dirty or leave marks all over the sides of the exterior of the house too. So they did a really great job with the planning and designing as far as everyday living and what's really going to happen. Have this choice of finishes for, you know, your backsplash down here, your countertops here, and they do install your weatherproofing on all of your fixture exposed electrical on the outside and exterior. And again, you can choose if you want 1, 2, 25 of them. Exactly what height do you want them up to as well. Now let's take a look at this pool. First off, I'm really grateful that it is a gorgeous day. one, I'm used to the sun. That's why I live in Florida. I absolutely love this, but also it's not crazy hot right now. We actually had a cooler winter, so it's really nice to be out here and enjoying the sunshine without being sweltered in 100% humidity. All right. Okay. Back to the actual reason you're listening and watching is the features we're talking about. So you have your choice with, of course, how you want to set up any kind of water features. If you don't want this, you absolutely do not have to have it. Or I've seen them where they'll do the fire pit as well. So it has like a little fire coming out and then the water flow around it, which is really nice. We do have sitting shelves and we have the waterfall hot tub into the pool. Now I'm going to take you over so you can see the shelf. Now, the backyard of this particular home, I would say, isn't the greatest compared to what you're going to see in this community because this is the model and they built it right to the front. All right, so as you can see right there by the little water feature, the fountain, there is a hole and that is designed so you can put an umbrella in there and then you could just be out here enjoying without getting completely scorched. These chairs as well are extremely heavy, durable, so you don't have to worry about them just being blown away. If you happen to be worried that a storm is coming, that is a really serious one of the easiest things you could do is just take this kind of furniture and just push it into the pool. So that way it's out of the way and you don't have to worry about trying to maneuver or push them and drag them throughout your house to the garage. So just a little tip for you. And then we have this area, which they included in the ceiling, the nice little accent, and we do have the surround sound speaker system and a great sitting area. And that is it for here. I will see you outside.